This video is intended for adults and children upwards the age of 14. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Nerd Crate, people. Need your nerdism fix? Stay right here. Welcome back, guys. So today, finally, we are finally here. The final member of the Decepticon Justice Division in Legend scale by Iron Factory, EX-35. I needed to squint over here real quick. Merak, aka one of the two heavy hitters of the Decepticon Justice Division, Tesarus. He transforms into kind of a Cybertronian mining excavator shredder thing. It's rather suggestive, but it's a cool piece. Sorry I was away so long. I needed to wrap my head around a few things, and you will hear about that shortly. Not in this video, but in another. And also, I was a little under the weather. You might still hear it just a little bit, but I wanted to give you this guy today. So, the Decepticon Justice Division comes into the IDW G1 comics fairly late. So, some people may not have heard about them. So, spoilers-ish. They are the elite enforcer squad of Megatron, which is also where I think that Iron Factory took the DEC, kind of like Deception Enforcer Command, because Decepticon comes from Deception, so I think I could see this. But they find, cleanse, kill. That's their motto. You were a traitor to the Decepticon cause, you are on their list. We will look at this guy in detail and also have comparison and everything. But at first, of course, let's check out the box. Usual Iron Factory format, window box as always, nice shots of him in his butt mode and his alternate mode with the honeycomb-like design in the back, logo on the right, vertically, and vertically, horizontally? Vertically. And rotated to the left, we have the beige covered shot of his butt mode, IFX-35 on the top. On the back, we have a few shots of him in his butt mode and his alternate mode. QR code, Spirits of the DEC on top, more honeycomb. Again, rotated to the left, more beige covered of shot of his butt mode. And on the top we have Iron Factory and some smear, which is weird. Iron Factory 2019 with this butt mode again, and on the lower side the usual cautionary messages, barcode and stuff like that. And on the inside, plastic clamshell holds it all securely, not much more. And now let's check out this guy. Top down as always. Little beforehand, I fiddled a little bit with him. And I put some WD-40 in here. I will show you where, how, and why. But first now. In fact, we are, and that's all there is. Not much more. But it's enough. Nothing that doesn't make any sense. So let's start with the instructions. Typical Iron Factory, pinkish on white. Everything that moves is highlighted in pink, with darker pink or purple-ish arrows. Leads you through all three modes, vehicle mode, and also kind of from robot to vehicle mode, and also the combined mode, which continues on the other side, gives you all the way down to Giant, which we will cover, but not today. Then you get 1, 2, 3, 4 hands, all done nicely. We have 2 posing hands with exposed joints, and we have 2 holding hands for a 5mm port with a finger a little bit on the outside for that simulation of a trigger, and red on the top on all 3, which is the same looks nice. So there's that, and you exchange it simply by pulling this one off, putting this one on. Nice and simple. And here we are. Let's talk about the figure. He's a big, brutish bot, which I enjoy. Lovely paint applications everywhere. This thing is painted almost head to toe, except where the normal plastic comes through. But we'll check that out. We have the head, which is beige with a darker mustard-like color, and the axe being a translucent red piece. We have the kind of rocket launcher or turbine thingy with gunmetal and pink on here. We have his big old arms with mustard base plastic and silver, or yeah, it's silver on here, with some nice piston-like details in here, also in here. That's all very nice. The front, his actual shredder has gunmetal on here, and on the inside, I hope you can see that. I hope my light picks it up. Let me check. Yeah, you should see it on this angle actually. We have also gunmetal in here. All the teeth are done nicely, and on the inside more of that purple detail, like it's also kind of, I don't know, like the granite or something is also heated up for easier disposal. I don't know, something like that. On the hips, we have more of the beige and the mustard. White thighs, gunmetal on the outer joint here. Red, I don't know if it's painted. No, I think it's base plastic. Red here, gunmetal on the treads, on the sides more red. Beautifully done, no paint bleed here on the beige. On the arms, we have huge treads, really huge treads. Gunmetal throughout, done nicely, super clean. Red base plastic, pink on here. Looks totally out of place because it's not even the same pink as here. It's somewhat more of a skin color. To me, it's look out of place, but it's the look. And we have on the side flap here, we have more gunmetal and more pink. So there's that. On the back, it all continues. Short 360, so you can pause anywhere you like before we come to the articulation, so you see all the details for yourself. A little bit of a posing going on with the arms and everything, so you can get a good fair bit out of him. He's a little bit limited, but since I already said that, let's get down to articulation. We have the huge arms are on swivels here, on the ball joint here, where you can get a lot out of it, and you can also pose it to the back here and through his abdomen, and the claws are individually articulated. The claw itself on the base is also on the ball pack. No swivel on here or here, so you could use some more in this direction, but it doesn't have it. But nevertheless, it works. Same on the other side. The turbine or the rocket launcher, I think it's more rocket launcher, is on a swiveled mechanism to the back here, so you can have it all the back in here. You have it angled to the head itself, or like the transformation, you can flip it over his head. Coming to the head, we have a ball joint that gives you a little bit of attitude. Good up. Make sure you don't, I don't know, trap yourself with a finger on here. I think it could snap fairly quick. Side to side, good up, not so good down. I think a bot of his size could use some more down, but it is what it is. The arms have a hinge to the outside. That's all there is. 45 degrees, pretty much bang on. Rotates all the way around though. That's nice. The flip comes out to the back, so you can have the hand, the bicep swivel going all around. That's cool. And you have the normal bicep first is a good 90 degrees, but you can unpack this part here, which is for the articulation, and then you can have it even narrowed down as somewhat in combination with the bicep swivel to double down as a butterfly. So that's cool. You can utilize that. That's very nice. I enjoy that. Waist swivel works nicely all the way around. Doesn't make any sense, but it does. Ab crunch. Excellent. Like, who the hell are you, little guy? Get in my belly. That's good. Breaks the skull apart, of course, but works also as an ab crunch for the combiner. Amazing. amazing, I tell you. Hip flaps, individually articulated on ball packs, get you everything you need. Legs on soft ratchets to the back and front for the front split, and also to the side if you manage to do it like this. So you could cheat it a little bit, but otherwise if you catch it here, that's all there is. So not really the split, but it's all right. A bot of his size, what is the split good for there? So yeah, the knees, single jointed. This bit here tends to pop out. That's the slider for transformation to alternate mode and also to combined mode. Just pack it back in, and then you have not even 90 degrees, but it's okay. The knee pad here articulates, which is good. We have a bicep swivel, a little bit stiff, especially on this side. So be mindful of that. And we have no tilt on the foot itself, but we have like a ball joint on the tip of this guy, which tends to pop off, like it just happened on mine. You pop it on fairly easy, but still. You can get this done out and to the side, all the way around, put back in. It works this way too, but this way, this flank piece tends to be entangled with the threads here, so yeah, be careful of that. And a little bit, of course, always, you get a toe tilt down, but more importantly, with this and this in combination, you even get a toe tilt up. So that's nice. I think for a guy of his size, the articulation is done very well. I think he's pretty cool. But before we get to the transformation, let's check what poses he can actually hold and also how he looks scale-wise with his brethren. So you have a hard time having him stand up straight, actually. Also when you want to have him like in a little bit of an A stance, because the soft ratchets tend to get in the way and he tends to lean forward or back. So that's a little bit hard. What works though is actually a running pose, again almost like with Alkaid, where you can angle these guys and these guys and then angle these, have this a little bit to the back, this a little bit to the side, and then you can have him actually standing in somewhat of a running pose when you have him angled forward a little bit back, with the tolerances, mind you. See, so he tends to come back a little bit, but when you play with the tolerances and have the arms as kind of a weight to the front, and maybe also the arms to the outside, you need to play with it. You really need to play with it, then it kind of works. It's a little bit hard, but you can actually do it. And also with some other poses, you always need to see that you have the foot plane and this guy a little bit to the back, and then you can have the arms to the outside, take the hand out, put this guy in here, and then you can have him reaching like with multiple limbs. So that works fine. I think for a guy of this size, like I said, you can have a lot of motion in those poses. I think that's rather cool. You can have the kneecaps aligned here. So a lot of possibility there. I think that's cool. I think that is really cool. But of course, let's have him straight out and get his brothers in. The next smaller one, here we got Alkaid. I think that looks fine. I think he's a little bit too big, but we'll get to that in a second. Then we have Factor, which is Kaon, so significantly smaller. Then Mizar, which was again smaller. I think I got the hang of it now. I think. And finally, the big guy of the squad. Here we got Tarn, aka Dubai. So I think that's a great scale. But to have you actually shown or how they actually scale, let's bring them into some order. And then I found this scale chart online, and I think this rather works. I think those guys are a little bit too, he is okay, he is too big. He would need to be somewhere a little bit lower, but overall I think this set really works. And in the end, I of course want to show you how they actually scale with a masterpiece. Generation Toys Tyrant, and you see no comparison. So I think you would be, if you want masterpiece, you should go with the MMC set. But if you're a Legends kind of addict like I've become in the last few months, I think you're good with this set. And yeah, so there's that. Although one last thought, seeing those guys together finally as one unit, it's beautiful to have the set completed. I really tell you. I tell this to you now because I didn't in the final thoughts. So just from me to you, beautiful set. I love this guys having completed. So in not even 2 years having all these guys, job well done, Iron Factory. So there was that. Let's get to the transformation. Get your arms a little bit out of the way. Take this piece, it's a little stiff joint, get it over ×2 and flank it over like this. Then you take these pieces, flank them out to the side, bend the arm 90 degrees, rotate it backwards, forwards, and pack this piece in here. Same on the other side. Back, front, pack in. Then you need to pull out these guys, rotate it, flip this guy up, flip the arm out underneath with this whole armature here, you see that? And then you rotate this whole thread section down, put this flap in, pack it in, and then you're in business for this piece. Same on the other side. Pull out, rather stiff. Flip up. Forget that part. Flip this part up, it's important. Flip this down so you have this flanked to here, and flank this down and have his tank track configuration here. By then we rotate the legs around at the thigh swivel. Better hold that. So you got this. Then you can rotate the, essentially they're heels, but it's a combiner port. So I like to angle it like this, like there are some sort of blasters. Unpack the knee hooks, bring them to the middle configuration here. Damn, I hurt myself on Merak. Same on here. This is rather stiff, tends to give you a hard time to really get this position. There you go. There's this. And then you only rotate the feet. Get this up here and rotate this toward this position. And that's essentially it. The only thing you then need to come back is to the back. And this is where I told you about the WD-40. These ball joints on these guys were super stiff, so be safe to use some of that because now it actually works. So you rotate the tank treads down and the energon pieces to the inside and have the pegs. Hope you see that. There you should see it here and here, and you pack this in here. 1, 2, have this in here, angle your arms accordingly. And there you have your, once you clean it up a little bit, your kind of thing. I think it's kind of an excavator shredder, something like that. It's interesting. Highly suggestive because you see the arms still, but works, I guess. Little 360, you can see it all around. Like the threads on here don't work too well. There's no way to collapse them down or actually have them working. No little rolls or anything below here to actually make it work, so it only slides like a champ. But otherwise, I think it's okay. I think it's rather okay, and I'm not using it in this mode either way. I will either have them in individual modes as the DJD or in combined mode. Like the last 2 days, I had them in combined mode. So yeah, there's this, and I think it's cool. And now, yeah, let's get some final thoughts, shall we? Yeah, I just wanted to check again because really just in front of or ahead of me doing the video, I tried to do lubrication to the back threads here, and it sure works a charm. So I highly recommend that. But do I recommend Merak? I would say so. I would say so. Let's just go down the line. The packaging, as always, it's still cool. Like I say every time, you still have this kind of a library feel. So I like this consistency. I really do. So there's that. Appearance. You saw the comparison with the other guys, and I think they all work together as a unit. As a singular bot, you're like, where should I put this guy? So you need to have an affiliation for this, you know? You really do. But he's kind of cool. I like the bulkiness, but that's my 2 cents for this. Accessories, it's all there. There's a need to have, you know, some posing hands. You don't need much more. Nothing that doesn't make any sense. So that's what I enjoy. Materials, all in all, like I said, the tolerances are tight. Yet I never had the problem of breakage anywhere. So that is always nice. What I want to tell you originally during the combiner review though is that my K-On, the Factar, I believe it's Factar, the electrocution chair, has a huge stress mark on the foot. I will show that to you then. Or you know what? There you see it already. So be mindful of the tolerances. Be mindful of it. It works well for the combiner, but more on that later. Paint applications are great. No paint bleed. Everything on point. I can't tell you anything else. It's beautiful. I love the gunmetal color they use. It's flaky. You saw that. Really cool. Really cool. Articulation for a guy of his size, it's tremendous. Like only this far out, but like you saw, you can have then the elbow all the way in here, and also rotated to the front. So you get a lot out of this guy, actually. That's nice. I enjoy that. It's cool. It's really dope engineering by Iron Factory. Which brings me to the transformation and the engineering. It's super simple. It's really super simple, but it also several points down comes down to good playability. You can switch back and forth once you have a little bit lubrication applied here, and you want to have a scenery of those guys torturing, if I don't know, like Iron Factory Sky Reaper, I believe is his name, the Black Shadow by them. No problem with those guys. Robot mode is a 10 out of 10. You saw the comparison with the little scale. That's awesome. They really nailed those guys. Just amazing what Iron Factory did here. Alternate mode works way better than Alkaid's. Like this really works as kind of an excavator unit lying down and just, you know, feeding stuff into his shredder. So way better than that harvester unit thingy's block lying down that Alkaid is. So yeah, that works way better. Playability, I already told you, a lot of fun. Really, also splitting apart all those guys, putting them together in the combiner. You will see this shortly. Also super fun, like a Lego kind of 3D puzzle approach to it. And the value for money is where you need to decide. Like if you only dig this butt, it cost me 75. You need to decide, is it okay, like for the price? And what do I want to do with it? Like when you have all those DJD members standing, is it a little bit much or isn't it? That's what you need to decide. That's also why I only can recommend this guy. For me, it's an amazing set with a great value for money, because you get this whole set for way less of the price that Mastermind Creations is offering them. Of course, it's not near anything kind of where you can squint and you have like a masterpiece scale. It's chuggish, but still, these guys are way smaller, but they're also super fun. You can handle them back and forth, no problems. And you get a combiner. It's no combiner that is in the fiction, but it's a combiner that works. Like I said, I had them standing and I played with him. I did a whole photo set, you will all see that, and it's beautiful. I really dig it, but it's not in the fiction. So you need to have a logic, appeal, a decision for that for yourself to make it work. That's all I can say to you. Anyway, that was my review on EX-35 Merak, aka third-party IDW Comics G1 Legend Scale Decepticon Justice Division member Tesarus. Bobby was right, we are sitting all day here. Insane when you say it out loud. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed. If you do, please give me a like, please give me a subscribe. If you want to hit me up, want me to review anything, just give me a message. You enjoy my stuff whatsoever. All the details are down there. And next time I'm gonna do a movie review again. It's been some time. So little history on that too. That's gonna be ridiculous. Nevertheless, like I said, hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Have a nice weekend. Bye.